And in here we show the checkbox checked false on check changed. Here we get the new value whenever user tap on the checkbox. So let's see the preview. Okay, so we are seeing our checkbox here, and there is too much spacing on the right side of the checkbox. So for that, here we first pass a parameter in our list item, name it as on checked changed. We take boolean as a parameter, return type unit, pass this through this on checked changed. Coming from now we need to send this updated information to our view model, so which means we are sending some action from UI to the view model. So we need to define those actions. So for that we create a interface here named as Todo list action, and in that we create a child class data class update todo, which take todo model to-do list action, which is the, so again it's not reflecting on the UI side. So this is because this simple array list is not observable on UI side. So we need to use a specific list of array which can be observed from the UI side, that whenever any new item is added or whenever any existing item is changed, then that should be reflected on the UI side. So for that we use SnapshotStateList state and initialize it with mutableStateListOf. Welcome to the new video. In this video we will add some feature in our to-do item, and that is completed, that whenever user have any complete any to-do item, then user can tap on we will add a checkbox in the UI, so user can tap on it to mark that to-do item as completed. So for that we have done some update in our to-do model. In our Todo model we have added another property is completed, which is boolean, and also update our dummy list as well. So you can find the initial code of this video from the description below. So first we add a checkbox here. So we go to our UI first and to-do list content, and here we have list item, and in that we add a checkbox on this area in section. So we will wrap this column in a row, modifier, move this copy this modifier, paste it in here, and remove these extra properties from here, and move this within this row, and provide weight 1F to this one. And in here we show the checkbox checked false on check change. Here we get the new value whenever user tap on the checkbox. So we also make the item vertical alignment center alignment or center vertically. So let's see the preview. Okay, so we are seeing our checkbox here, and there is too much spacing on the right side of the checkbox. So to remove that, we apply this padding to vertical item only, so 16 dp, and apply some padding on the left side. For this text, this text is only showing in this column section, so we provide the padding here, start 16 dp. So now if we see the preview again, then there is no extra spacing on the right side of the checkbox. So now when user tap on this checkbox, we need to update the respective to-do item in our list, so that should be reflected on the UI as well. So for that, here we first pass a parameter in our list item, name it as on checked changed. We take boolean as a parameter, return type unit, pass this through this on checked changed property, and in here todo is equal to, and on checked changed we are getting the updated value here. So we will update our this todo item. So create a variable updated todo and make a copy of this todo and update the is completed with the new value coming from. And now we need to send this updated information to our view model, so which means we are sending some action from UI to the view model. So we need to define those actions. So for that we create a interface here named as todo list action, and in that we create a child class data class update todo, which take todo model todo list action, which is the interface which is inheriting from. So in our todo list content here we need to pass that action towards the view model. So for that first we will create a function type here on action, which take todo list action as a parameter, and call this on action and pass the action todo list action dot update todo and pass the updated todo object in it. And in our to-do list screen here we need to traverse this on action to the view model. So for that we pass the on action reference function reference to this one, which is in the view model, and we haven't created it yet. So we go to our to-do list view model, and in here we create a function on action which take to-do list action as a parameter. In here we use when condition, press alt enter wires when action. Something is wrong. To-do list action, this is, we need to make it real interface actually. So we're coming back to here, and here we press alt enter and get the remaining branches. Why we are using seal interface? Because we can only define child classes which can implement that interface in this file only, and these child will be known at compile time. So that's why we can use alt enter and get the available branches. So here we create a method update todo, pass the value in it, and create a function by pressing alt enter, create function, and we send that information to our repository value. And there is minor thing that we need to do in our to-do list content is that we need to pass the on action parameter here, and we provide the lambda empty lambda expression here. So now at this point we have sending that updated todo item to our repository. So let's run the app and verify this behavior. Okay, so our app is up and running. So if we tap on this checkbox, then click effect is working, but the value checkbox is not checked. It's not reflected on the UI. So let's debug this one. So we apply a breakpoint here, attach the debugger, and tap on it again. Here we have the updated todo model object, and in that we are seeing the is completed is true, but this information is not reflecting on the UI. So this is because we are sending that updated information to our repository, but we are not telling that information to our this to-do list, which we are accessing on our UI side to present the data in the UI. So for that have consider it in this way, that this repository is sending that information to any server on network, any server, and whenever we send updated information to the server, we will also update this in memory to-do list to reflect that updated information on the UI. So for that here we get the item index from this list, to-do list dot index of first item where ID is matched with this updated to-do object, and if item index is -1, that means we are not that item is not found from the list, but this is the rare case. But again we will cover that case and return the control from here, and then we will in the next line we will update our to-do list dot set actually the set function is not available here. This is because this is immutable version of the list, so we will use array list here, array list, and we cannot set list to array list, and actually we also need to make it wall. Okay, and we cannot set list to array list, so we use Todo list dot add all, and add all these list item in it directly, and remove this code from here. Now we can access this set method dot set. We have the item index and update, pass the updated value in it. So now we are updating, sending that updated to-do object to the repository, and also updating that in our to-do list as well. So now let's run the app and verify this behavior. Okay, so if we tap on this checkbox, then again our data is not reflecting on the UI. So let's verify that is correctly updating that item in the list. So for that we apply the breakpoint at this line number and attach the debugger, and now tap on it again. So at this point our item index is 0. Yes, obviously this is our first item, and in our updated to-do model object here is completed is true. So again it's not reflecting on the UI side. So this is because this simple array list is not observable on UI side. So we need to use a specific list of array which can be observed from the UI side, that whenever any new item is added or whenever any existing item is changed, then that should be reflected on the UI side. So for that we use SnapshotStateList state and initialize it with mutableStateListOf, and in here we just only need to make this change, and then things will be work as expected. So let's run the app again. So now our if we tab on this item, then again it's not working. So let me verify one thing. mutableStateList of, and on our UI side, okay, we are not updating verify. So UI state actually todo dot is completed. So I will go back to the previous state where we are using array list and verify this, that it should not be working as per the working of Jetpack Compose UI. Tapping on this one, the respective information is going to update in the list, but it's not reflecting here. But if we use SnapshotStateList here, mutableStateListOf, and now if we run the program again and tap on this checkboxes, then this information will be reflected as expected. So that is the purpose of SnapshotStateList, that whenever any single object is updated at the respective or specific index, then that will be reflected on the UI side. So one thing that we need to see, that this SnapshotStateList should only be modified from within this view model only. But right now we are accessing this directly in our UI side, so we can access all these methods. Let's say remove, add, set. So how we can avoid that? So for that we go to our to-do list view model, and in here make it private and use underscore with it to make a differentiation, and create another property to-do list, which is a list to-do model, and override its getter, and in this getter we will return the to-do list. So what is the difference here? So the difference is actually, first I will update these parameters from here and here. And so what is the difference here? So the difference is that this snapshot state list is implementing these three interfaces, and if we go to this mutable list interface, then it's implementing this list. So we can use list here, return type as list. So this is a basic concept of polymorphism in object-oriented programming. So now at this point, if we go to our list to-do list screen on UI side, and here we try to access, add, or remove, or set method, then those methods won't be accessible here, and things will be work as expected. So as we have done this change, so let's run the app again and verify that everything is working as expected. So here we tap on these checkboxes and these will be reflected as expected. So this is it for today's video. I hope this would be meaningful information for you. So thank you for watching. Bye.